In this video, I'd like to take planning a step further. So this is a plan throughout a whole school. This is a school I used to work at. Quite a large school, about 2,000 students. It's quite a difficult timetable. It had swapped from a 10-day timetable down to a 5. So I needed to redo a plan for a 5-day timetable. And it also had swapped, or it had changed its structure from a 6-period day down to a 4-period day, where they wanted the lessons to run longer. So you can see the periods running across the top. So they're roughly 75-minute periods. And their lunch break was before period 4, and their recess break, they changed it, I think, to after period 2. So we've got our blocking structure. Once again, this is just the concept. This is not the actual timetable. It's just a plan that gives you an overall impression of the timetable, and it also helps you to see if there'll be any problems. So there are 6 blocks in year 11 and 12 labelled A, B, C, D, E, F. So for all intents and purposes, the year 11s and 12s are really one group of students, so the year 11s can access year 12 subjects. The only subtle difference in this school was Monday afternoon, the year 12s didn't have any classes scheduled, so they could be used for common assessments, whereas the year 11s had an assembly period. And then on the Friday that was reversed. Then what I did was I tried to spread those blocks over the week, so this notion of quality, of spreading morning and afternoon that a lot of schools want. So I've got an average period that each of those blocks, so an average of 2 means the class is averaging being allocated period 2. I could probably do a little bit better. I think block F is a little bit stiff, as they say, but it's not too bad. Then what I do is I then put in the full electives throughout the other year levels. So there are quite a few. Each of these rows represents a core class. So we've got 10A down to 10N. Now the 10Ns were a special group of kids. They were actually year 9 kids that accelerated into year 10. So they were called the advanced group. So we have elective lines that run through year 10, and during those elective lines the year 10s can access year 11 subjects. And then I had half blocks of PE, so we had 6 classes, in this case 10A down to 10F. So 6 groups of kids doing PE at once. That's quite a lot of kids to handle for PE, but anyway, because it's a big school, the school only had 1 gym, so that's what we had to do. And then we've got some ESL mini blocks where students that have English as a second language were spread amongst 3 classes. Then as you go down to year 9, you can see the blocking pattern there. They wanted a funny thing to happen with the year 9s. They wanted 6 groups on, but they wanted it staggered. So we have 9A and B on together with E and F and J and K. They had their reasons for that. Now this particular group of year 10s here with the advanced group were really year 9, so they were doing PE with the year 9 kids. And then you've got electives running through year 9 throughout the whole year. And remember, the cells with nothing represents their core classes: English, Maths, Science, Humanities. And because those classes have a lot of flexibility, I'm not dealing with them in this pattern. Now, what I can do when I've got a pattern is I can then use a legend like this to work out what days part-timers can get off. In Victoria, part-timers have to get particular days off. It's legislated, so it's quite a big requirement for timetablers to achieve this, and it affects timetablers in a major way. I've found this planning approach to be the best technique to deal with it. So what I know is the blocks that part-timers can be in, and most part-timers either want Monday or Friday off, so they have a long weekend. So this particular structure fits in with that. So a part-timer could be in those 3 blocks there, D, E and F, and still have Monday off. As I go down the school, you can see I'm fitting in the blocks or the lines. So language is a bit of a problem at this school. The kids had lots of languages to choose from ancient Greek, classical Greek, Chinese and French. And then it was difficult to fit their phys ed in. Phys ed in sports, I've done that in a plan. And then we can go down to the year 7s where you see a similar thing happening. And then I've one of the difficult things I found was the PE timetable, or the sport timetable, meshed into one. I've got a rough idea of that timetable down there. So once again, that's just a concept. Now, when the next stage would be to actually fill those blocks or those lines with specific classes and teachers. So that's quite a major process that I'll deal with in the elective line construction. But here's an example of the Monday timetable. So they're the Year 12 classes, and I've got the Year 11 classes. That's the assembly I was talking about. So this is just my plan. I've just got the blocks in, and I'm going to timetable and put in the core classes in these spaces at a later stage. Now, just briefly, a different example, a different school, quite a large school again, was having a lot of trouble with its timetable. So we got them to do this plan. So they have a senior school, which is Year 11 and 12 together. So they've got that plan there. It's the traditional 6-period day. So each of the 6 blocks are on Monday. So one of the other things in Melbourne, Australia, is that we have a lot of public holidays on Monday. So schools often want to timetable or create a structure to minimise the damage, so to speak, of having a lot of Monday public holidays. So by doing this, each block or each group of subjects in each blocks is equally affected by those Monday public holidays. Then on Tuesdays they have a double, and the doubles in the morning, and they have singles in the afternoon. As a general rule, teachers prefer that. That's another quality issue of where doubles and singles are. Supposedly the kids have got more attention in the morning and less attention in the afternoon. So by creating a structure like this, it facilitates kids' learning. Their Year 10s fit directly with the Year 12s. It's pretty much a fully blocked Year 10. So Year 10s can access Year 11 subjects. And then they've got the Year 9s. Year 8s, these technology art blocks are difficult. A lot of timetablers would say here to that. So this is art, IT, drama and food. It's often quite difficult to fit those in. And then this school has a special program at Year 7 where the kids are grouped together for English, and they do all sorts of special things. So that's a little block that we need to plan for. And once again, we've got a little legend down here to help us fit in part-time teachers. So that's just the overall idea. The next stage really is the difficult part, is what subjects do we put into these blocks? And I'll deal with that in the elective line construction video. Thank you.